Ooh. I'm gonna let you cast first, boss. So if you take it away.
Oh, Lord! Alrighty then. Jeez. Do I have controls too as well, or?
Someone else is streaming it, so you'll have to give him a little bit of a prop.
Okay.
Hostiles have the hard.
Well, I know usually I do a lot more of the analysis compared to the play-by-play, but again, if you're looking at the top left-hand corner, right, it looks like there's a good spread. You got one guy over there in blue. You got one guy that was watching that game. He kind of died, obviously, a little bit from the overextension there because he kind of pushed up without the rest of the team. Then they ended up getting a kill or two, and now they're kind of pushing up together. Obviously, nice. Again, though, the idea is hopefully that they're attempting, of course, as you saw, one of their guys after that kill over there on the trash dump side, right, trying to kind of flip those spots. Looks like they did. Of course, again, right, now they're forcing spawn.
Friendly war machine deployed.
Coast or garage side of the map, depending on, of course, what everyone's call-outs are for it. But that's where it ended up doing it. But now, apparently we've either switched. I think we may have switched a player, and now we're on the opposite team as they're constantly trying to push into blue. Now, obviously, in this situation, right, you do want to push together. You don't want to have the whole domino effect, as we call it. Right? You're kind of going in and down. We just saw that happen right now. One guy just went in, right? He got a kill. It looked like he died. And now this guy, James, picking up a two-piece on that really quick turnaround there. That was pretty nice. What do you think?
That was pretty nice, but guys, make sure you tweet out the stream, as it is going to be versus taking 30 in the game by just about 20 points. It's going to be magnificent. Using the war machine, very effective, but it is going to be fun. Actually, coming in a nice two-piece, taking over, but they are still going to spawn blue. And as you know, because you analyze a lot of these games, you know the spawns on this map are very crucial. Because without spawns on this map, you're gonna lose the map. There's no doubt. You need the anchor to play that vital role. Because you need to get these hard points flooded out. Because that's the only way you're gonna win. You need spawns.
Hard point identified.
Oh no, that's the truth. I mean, the big thing obviously really comes in because usually in hardpoint, a lot of teams have a tendency of not necessarily pushing out of the hard points by a lot in order to watch choke points, which also allows for pressure to be established outside of the hard point. Instead, a lot of times we will actually see the tendency be where teams will actually kind of camp or tentatively try and set up close to the hard point. The issue with that is that they allow for the pressure, just like what we just saw right here. Prime example, where you saw that opponent come in and he contested at least about a second of hill time. Now, sure, a lot of you might be thinking, okay, well, a second, 2 seconds, not a big deal. But the issue is when you constantly keep letting your opponents get that contention on hill, again, it happens right now, right? Because they're not watching choke points, right? They're not watching where on an area on the map, right, where their opponents have to come through, right, to get to the other side. And they're just constantly being contested, or at least we just saw it happen a few times there, at least, where at least 3 to 4 seconds of hill contention happened.
Look at Magnificent, getting a nice two-piece control hardpoint. He's going to pick up accuracy though. Back alley is still going to remain in control this hardpoint. This is Team versus Team Don't Know. This is round 2 of your TeamDesignME tournament. The winner, of course, does get a sponsorship by this team, TeamDesignME, and it's going to be virtual. This team is unbelievable. They're controlling these hardpoints. They've just passed the 100-point mark. They've nearly doubled their opponent's score. And they're going to be start rotating 30 seconds left on this hard point. This is the last hard point before they're going to start rotating around to the new hard point of the map. But it is going to be Congo really on a 5-kill streak, and that is going to pain me to say that hundreds of times. But he's just going to be rotating around through grade, and he's going to see a guy camping out grade. And I'm surprised because it does not look like this team Don't Know. It seems like they don't have a clue how to play this map out. But it doesn't look like they're contesting this hard point. Maybe they are just stepping up spawn to the next 2 hard points. But in my thought process, that's not a good idea. Surely you want to camp out, and surely you want to start contesting this hard point on action.
Hostile war machine deployed.
But it is going through the
war machine on standby. War machine deployed.
Oh, that's the truth. And I want to point something out, too, as well, with the war machine he's using, right? If you notice the kill he got over there coming to HUD side, his left right now of statue. Again, right, notice that there was some good position there because he was positioning himself on the back of the statue, right, where his flank was being protected from that doorway coming into mid, right now through wood, where he's running now. but he also led his shot, right? He allowed for a little bit of cushion in the window to lead his shot for the guy coming around the corner there from gas to the mid-hut area, which was really good just on a positioning.
Lightning strike coordinates received inbound.
Yeah, and it's still going to be 100 point lead. Magnificent's using his streaks very well, choking down those trophy systems. And as an analyzer, you will know those trophy systems are pretty effective. Because when they come in the hardpoint consistently, you will get taken out by at least one of them. But it is going to be Magnificent playing the objective player for this Virtus team. But they are going to lose scores. Don't know, and that's even starting to have an idea of how to spawn control this map now, and they maybe will try and
hardpoint contested.
But it is going to be Virtus taking out all 4 players of this team right now, and it's going to make them spawn down by Garage, and they are still going to contest him 20 seconds left, but it is going to lead. They're going to lead Assassin all the way back, just on his own, trying to hold him spawn to this next hardpoint. They're trying to pull everything to through Garage. Pick off the anchor. This would be a huge kill, and he actually picks it off. He takes off Assassin, and now it's going to be all over again. Virtus just breaking down the Poke-Nose walls, and they're going to control the spawns, and this is an unbelievable game.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, I don't know if we could possibly go to the overhead map real quick, just for maybe about 30, 40 seconds on this hill. But again, if we are on there, right, something that you guys will notice too as well is that the green team we're watching, this again, I'll just go with green and red based off the color arrows.
Don't know, it's Team Green, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we don't know, right? The thing is right, a few seconds ago, you saw them all lining up there on the Humvee Street. And the issue is they're not, just notice how they're clumped, right? This is what I'm talking about. The tendency of most teams will just kind of camp around the hard point, right? And you're seeing this perfectly being shown right now. They're allowing their opponents to kind of, I guess you could say sandwich, or really kind of like attempting to try and spawn trap them, right? They're coming in from all sides from what you see, and they're just constantly flanking back and forth. And again, yeah, you know, some would say, okay, well, they haven't got the hard point yet, but the issue is that Team Dono is allowing their opponents to kind of do whatever they want and dictate the map and really just kind of control it from all different sides. And yeah, again, they're kind of going in one by one, as you just saw one of them die, kind of with the hard point, and the other one just died going in launching. It's kind of doing the domino effect thing, but again, definitely could have just been played out a little bit better there. But of course, they were able to maintain control, and that's obviously the main point.
And it is surely enough going to be taken over. It is going to be Virtus taking this game. They're on 249. But it is going to be Team Dono breaking the 100-point club. They are not going to be a part of the team.
Hardpoint contested.
Well, not just yet, anyway. But it is going to be Team Dono just controlling this hard point for the last 30 seconds. I'm not sure if they're going to just let Team Virtus just walk in, because I do believe it is mathematically impossible.
Lightning strike on standby.
Well, do correct me if I'm wrong.
Hellstorm missile
but
on
if they
standby.
only need 1 second on the hard point, they can just get that walk into another. But it's going to be Dizzer with Street.
Friendly Hellstorm missile inbound.
I'm not sure if this is going to be
War machine ready for deployment.
And look at that nice shoot piece as well by Dizzer.
Lightning strike coordinates received inbound.
But it is only going to be 1
Hardpoint identified.
Well, they're not going to get it yet. They're still going. Team Dono are still fighting their hard.
Hardpoint contested.
They do not want to go down without a fight, but it is going to be game over.
Hostile war machine deployed.
Team Virtus haven't even beaten the game yet.
Hardpoint contested.
Soon there's still 2 players on either team on the hard point. Going to go on Virtus. This is with the nice 2 piece. This is unbelievable. I'm not sure how this game is still going on with only 1 minute 15, and there you actually go. A bit later.
Agents, mission profile has not been achieved.
But guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this first hardpoint game on Slums. Two Team Virtus taking it. We're going to go into the next round, which is going to be Express S&D. Probably my favourite map to cast on, because that A bomb site push is unbelievably good. I love watching that. I'm not sure about you, but we've got 25. You guys tweet out. Now available on mobile viewing as well. My first time especially. But if you guys want to hit us up on Twitter to find out when we are casting next, you guys can see me at Ben_Scrub and at Boss Nasty. I believe that's right. At Boss Nasty. Do correct me if I'm wrong.
Sir.
Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoying our podcasting. It's going to be round 2 of Virtus versus Don't Know. TeamDesignME sponsorship tournament. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because that's the main idea of us doing this for you guys. What do you think about that game, though? Where do you think Team Don't Know went wrong? Because they did pick up their game towards the end.
Yeah, so again, it looked at least from when I came in and was watching it. I know at least a little bit in the beginning. I'd say probably in the first minute, it was looking okay. The thing again, just to remember, is that a lot of the times what we were ended up seeing is we saw the domino effect play out again, and you'll probably hear me use that a lot because again, a lot of teams do that where they'll kind of go in one by one. And then they end up dying and dying over and over again because they didn't actually push in together. Now, yeah, you most likely will see few times where that will happen, and you're like, oh man, that actually looked a little bit better, or looked a little more organized and whatnot. But again, most of the times that is what happens, and especially if you're just kind of running all around the map and there is kind of no direction on exactly where you're going or what you need to be doing. The biggest thing I would say is that from what we ended up seeing from Team Don't Know, which I believe, again, was the team that won. Or did they not win? Okay, so they did win.
That's just one, yeah.
Okay, so I would have just went off of red and green, just off the arrows, just to kind of give me an idea. Obviously, I'm not too familiar with the team names, but for the winning team, I'll just say this, is that there were a few times where they actually were attemptively applying setups, or at least even if it's only a partial one, but they were attempting those around the hardpoint area. Now, yes, they were doing them close to the hardpoint, and again, they weren't really trying to kind of pressure outside of that to kind of stop any attemptively contention or contesting of the hill. This way, of course, it would have allowed them to milk more hill time on it. But again, I would say that was the big thing. It just seemed like the losing team was a little more chaotic, and they really weren't too well structured and organized compared to the